Well, hello there. Um, I'm on the way to the gym. I'm about to do gym stuff, but I wanted to take this time because I'm relaxing and I have to walk to the gym. It's a good 40-minute walk, almost an hour if I'm lazy walking. Hopefully, you guys can hear me because I'm actually using a pair of earbuds with a mic that last time I checked broke. Stupid me, I know. But right, so I just wanted to stop and ask you guys what your thoughts were on the first episode of Gundam Build Fighters. I, for one, thought it was pretty good. I've got some pros, I've got some cons. I can give you guys my opinion on the two different sides. The person that's probably going to hate it, and then the person that's probably going to enjoy it. Now, it was overall. I think overall it was a pretty good episode, even though I have my two sides to this. I personally think overall it was actually a pretty good start to this new series. I hope to God that it's gonna be longer than what is it, 30 or less episodes. I hope it's a whole full year episode, full what was it, year 50 episode thing, however they do it, because it looks really good. Well, let's start with how it started off without giving any spoilers. Well, first of all, it's kind of got that. How can I say this? If you take yourself back to the first episode of Pokemon, I'm 25. Many of us probably grew up on Pokemon first season, so just think back to that. Um, Starting at home with the family. Dad's not around though, but he is part. He is like he's gonna be. I'm pretty sure an integral part to the story. But you see the mom, and of course there's some fan service with that. Um, Going back to characters like Sumeragi, and if you go to I forget the kid's name, but in the Keroro Gunso, if you go back to that, like that character's mom. So I was like, of course they're gonna have to throw that in there. But I like the idea that it's or not the idea, but the whole setting there where it's basically a kid and a family. It's a family-owned shop, and I like that kind of advertisement there where it's like, oh, at least they're not an owner of a bigger name shop. Let's say like if it was like I don't know Toys R Us or something. No, this is it's literally a mom and pop and kids shop. So it was pretty dope, and it was I actually like the whole. Um, you got to see the actual Gunpla boxes. That was pretty dope there. But the random like Gunpla Build Fighter arena thing in this one little room, I thought that was a little cheesy, but it was cool. I liked how they threw in a dad and his son. It was like, oh, is that the kid you want? Blah blah blah. I was like, yeah. I was like, oh man, that took me back to. See, I didn't grow up with a dad, but I did have uncles and of course my mom that supported the hobby. So it was pretty cool to see that, and it reminded me of my late uncle. He helped me out, and he took me out to these shops. He's like, yeah, is that the one you want right there? I was like, hell yeah, that's the one I want right there. Let me get it. Um, but anyway, my arm's getting tired, so I'm gonna do it like this. So hopefully you guys can still see my dark self. Okay, but yeah, and then you meet hopefully not his nemesis, hopefully not, but yeah, you meet this other character. He pilots. Um, he has his gunpla of choices again, which is pretty cool. I mean, I I don't know why they chose again for this kid, because most of the people that I guess most of the target people that are going to be watching this probably don't even know what a again is. But I guess that's the whole idea. They're probably going to wonder, oh, what kid is that, or what mobile suit is that? Do some research, right? I think that's what the hope is of bringing all these other, um, I guess, classic suits and all these other suits that you see in this commercial. I know I'm like going on about going here and there in terms of the details. I'm about to actually rewind it back a little bit after I stop talking, but actually in terms of the beginning, that actual first scene where it looks like it's a UC space fight, and then next thing you know, the arm pops off. It's like that was pretty cheesy. I was like, what? But the graphics, very colorful, very vibrant colors. Even though it's in space, I mean, it is gonna definitely appeal more to the younger audience. But the colors, vibrant colors is always a plus to me. Even in
it's like a darker story or a darker tone show or series. But anyway, so I like that. Um, I, yeah, but anyway, going forward, daddy issues. I don't know where the dad is. I don't think anyone knows where the dad is. Maybe he's just never around. But we do know he pilots, or his Gunpla of choice is the Granddaddy RX-78, which I thought was a pretty fitting thing. You know, you got the legendary dad who won second place using an RX-78 too. But it makes me wonder who won the first place, or who won first place and used what Gunpla. So that's cool right there. And then we run into this other character, Reiji. Um, the connection with the two, Reiji and Sei, um, the connection with those two is real cheesy. They meet. The main character helps Reiji, I guess, get out of trouble with an owner because this kid Reiji, he's foreign, I guess, and he didn't know that the bread sitting outside a shop wasn't free, and then the guy like said he stole it, didn't know, whatever, right? Um, so they make this cheesy connection where it's like he gives them this little gem thing. Reggie gives, say, the little gem thing, and he says, "Oh, make a wish, and I'll be there for you." And I'm like, that's just so cheese. That's just so much cheese. I can't do this. But you know, it's we'll see how that plays out. Well, we did kind of see how it played out, but in the future we'll see how that plays out in the rest of the series. But anyway, Say, of course, when he battles this kid, I forget his name, with the Gan, he uses the Wing Gundam. I guess only because he was talking about the Wing Gundam and he was kind of glorifying it as he was talking to the dad and the kid earlier in the shop about the Wing Gundam. Not sure, still don't know why. But then again, it was just released, so it was probably a little bit of kid advertisement there, um, which is a good point there. I have to kind of take that back a little bit, or remember that I said that in a few minutes. But okay, my arms relax now. But yeah, so you move forward, and then this whole first episode, you have Say building the Build Strike Gundam. Still no weapons except for a beam saber, which is pretty typical. Uh, but I like the introduction of this mobile suit. Instead of you know, a teenage boy kind of running into a base and then accidentally coming across the Gundam, uh, he builds it and then he drops it in front of his mom and says, "Hey mom, look what I built." That's the introduction to the Build Strike Gundam. Technically not, but you know, that's kind of how we got to know it and how it made its entrance. Well, really, it made its entrance in the very first few seconds of the actual episode, but yeah, it was pretty corny, pretty cheesy. Whole lot of cheese. Speaking of cheese, if you haven't seen this episode, I'm not going to ruin anything, but this kind of gives it away. But this character named Mr. Rawl shows up, and it's just one of the most funniest, most awesome moments in that whole episode. My jaw dropped. I laughed out loud. I was like, "What is this?" And that was like the defining moment for me that really sparked my interest in it. I really wasn't interested in this because I thought it was just another what was it, beginning G Gunpla thing. But no, I was proven wrong. I'm glad I had that expectation, and then everything that happened in this episode just kind of set all expectations aside, and let's just say expectations were met and exceeded. And I just liked this episode overall, and I'm definitely looking forward to next week's. Now, the bad parts about this, I can see that it really does look like just a big fat advertisement for a Gunpla. It does target. It does look like it targets, you know, again, a younger audience, just like Age. But here's hoping that it doesn't do what Age does and just completely suck and rush and get rushed towards the end, because that did suck. That was unfortunate when it came to Age, Gundam Age. And hopefully, you know, we'll get a better outcome with this. The other bad thing I see, it's just way too cheesy. This first episode, the whole make a wish and I'll be there for you thing, that's just pretty cheesy. But like I said, we'll see how that turns out in future episodes. I don't really have too much to say that are bad things, but definitely if you're not looking for a show where or a series where it's not about like, well, so far at least, we don't know that, but if you're not looking for a series where it's all lighthearted, the music's awesome, by the way. It's all lighthearted and nothing about ideals and wars in dark times so far, at least. Then this definitely isn't the series for you, and you'll probably skip out on it. But if you wanna, I feel like if you really want to see homages and all your different kids that don't really get a lot of attention on screen, then this is something you should definitely give a try. If not, if not the whole series, try the first. The whole series isn't even out yet, but I'm just saying, like, at least check out the first episode. Check out the second, check out the third. Um, give it a shot. It really did catch me by surprise. It definitely isn't, you anything from UC. It definitely isn't, like Double O or Unicorn or anything like that. It really isn't. It's definitely more on the lines of age and uh, um, what is that? Beginning G. Uh, but I hope this is better than both. I saw a few things. I saw a few on Beginning G. I wasn't really feeling it, so I didn't really finish it. But hopefully this is something that I could follow. I should definitely head to the gym now, and this video's been longer, and I don't even know if the mic is recording everything. I'm just gonna have to preview this video before I leave and send it out to you guys when I get back to a Wi-Fi connection, because direct upload. But yeah, I do see that it would feel like a really big fat kit advertisement for Gunpla, or just a big marketing series for Gunpla, so Bandai can make some money. And I understand that because everyone's got to make money nowadays. But the good sides are it's lighthearted. Like I said, I only just said this, but the music in the battle scenes was pretty cool. It was like speedcore techno house, whatever. But it was pretty good music. I think I should hunt down the soundtrack for this if possible. And just the animation. I was gonna say graphics, but the animation is pretty colorful, very vibrant, smooth, really smooth. But there's more to look forward to, definitely. I should get out of here. Peace out, guys. Well, tell me what you guys think. All right.